Who's those babies? Who's those babies laying together? Cause they know mom and dad are leaving.
But we'll be back.
We'll always come back, right, Pharaoh? Weird morning after practicing until 1 something last night. I mean, it's like everything is going wrong. I practiced till like 1 o'clock last night. Sat down, started to edit my vlog. I got like 3/4 of the way done with, I don't know, 8 or 9 clips. And Windows decided to reset right in the middle. And I lost it all after 45 minutes of editing. At that point, I was 1:45 and I had to go to bed. So there was no vlog this morning or last night. Then I got up this morning and went to play my music to run through it before going to church. And the registration keys didn't work on my keyboard, which basically what that means is I can play in grand piano, which is what it defaults to. And that's it. No, nothing else. Which I set up different registrations for every song I do. So we thought, well, Pete has I have 45 minutes or so to spare. And since I can't take a shower, because the well dried up. So, praise him anyway. Praise him in spite of it all. God's still on his throne. I got nothing to complain about as long as God's still on his throne. But anyway, so we got Pete's keyboard, which is identical to mine, which hasn't been played in probably a year because the plug-in doesn't work, so we have to use it on battery. But we had fresh batteries, so Pete brought it out, put the batteries in, turned it on, exact same thing. Suddenly the registrations don't work. On that keyboard either. Press the buttons, absolutely nothing happens. How can that be? They're two identical keyboards, but to have that happen at the same time, lost my vlog last night. We got no water. So we're taking my big keyboard, which is a pain in the patootie. However, within a couple weeks, I'll be able to order my new keyboard. And then PSRS 950. In the meantime, using my big keyboard isn't exactly a chore because I love playing it. But the big thing will be that we have to haul it and the amp and the speaker system, the subwoofer, blah, 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 back and forth to church. And the keyboard's 50 pounds alone. At least it's not snowing. So at least we can use the case with the wheels on it. Roll it. But still, what a big pain. But the sun is out. I seem to have lost my phone, so I can't see what the temperature is. I think Pete said it's going to be in the mid-60s. I have a sore throat, but I haven't told Pete. So when we get back from church, I'll have to try again last night to edit the vlog. I really need to find an editing program for Linux that I like, but they're few and far between, let alone ones that I like. It's not like I have a whole lot of choices. But when we get home, I'll edit last night's video and get it up. So that's been our last 24 hours. It's kind of weird, or not even 24. A new well or pump. I hope, actually, I kind of hope we need the whole well, even though it's going to be thousands of dollars, because I'd love to have a nice deep well, a much deeper well than what we've got. I don't know how deep this one is, but I'd like to have better water, and then maybe we won't have to buy it. I don't know. Jury's out. So I will see you guys later. It's 5 after 10 and we gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Guess what? It's summer. I can wear my hat again. It's not really summer, but it's sunny. It's in the mid-60s, which is about 90 degrees more than it was this winter. So I drug out my hat, my summer hat to wear. Just saying.
In John 20:29 it says, "Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Today's message is titled, Seen to Unseen. It is a message I've been trying to get across to my mother-in-law for the last 26 years. Seen to unseen. For some, faith is a giant leap in the dark. It begins where reason ends. It is wishful thinking, recognized by the obvious lack of evidence. Whenever something doesn't make sense or seems way too far out, we say, have a little faith. Because of this, people of faith are often thought to be out of touch and less aware of the harsh reality that is in front of them.
Buds. Some old ones. Here's the new ones. Yep, buds. Yeah, guys, Pete just stopped for me, and actually I've already gone outside and recorded, but look at Hagen's Lake. Look at all the ice and stuff, and they still have. I couldn't see my display because, you know, the sun's too bright, and I didn't even try and talk because the wind was so strong. Oh, look at the boat launch. So hopefully you could see the color of the middle of the lake. The thing with Higgins is it's much, much deeper than Houghton, and very deep. And the color of the lake, it's turquoise, greeny turquoisey color, where ours is a gray blue, and which because our lake is shallow. I think the deepest part is only like 30-some feet, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah, deepest parts are around 30 feet.
Around 30 feet, yeah. So, and Higgins goes way, way deeper than that. For those who don't know, Higgins and Houghton are right next to each other. Higgins is just north of Houghton, and Houghton's where we live. Anyway, this lake is a much more beautiful lake. Much more beautiful lake. The colors and everything. But, oh, yeah, cool. There you go. Anyway, I just wanted to yeah, we don't have water at home, so Pete's making a pit stop. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this, because look at all the snow and ice. I told Pete if we had our motorhome, we'd just park down here for every day, come down here and be near the ice and stuff. That's so cool. Of course, just when I turned the camera on, Farrah walked away. Oh, I wish you could hear me. Oh. I'd say the fluid in his sides is reduced by about half. He's looking a lot better. However, as the fluid goes down, I see that his kidneys are quite large and quite swollen and hard. They shouldn't be sticking up out of his back like that. But he peed to the count of 10 today, so he's still peeing, and that's all good. I've got onions and potatoes roasting in the oven. In about 10 minutes, I will fry up some steaks. I got some bacon fat out there, and that's going to be our dinner. Yes, I'm having potatoes. Yeah, after everything I told you that's been going on, you know, with both keyboard, that's so weird. Of course, Pharaoh, of course, our well drying up. We brought back 3 big buckets of water from the church for flushing and for washing dishes. We're going to mostly use it for washing dishes because we can get flushing water out of the lake. But anyway, yeah, in the middle of the service, as I'm playing, which I didn't record the music part today, but in the middle of the service, as I'm playing, suddenly the top half of my keyboard stopped working. This is my 9000 Pro, my big keyboard, my expensive keyboard. It quit working. Just whatever, just quit working. And all they were getting was rhythm and bass. What is up with these keyboards? So, I have an old WK-1200. I think they came out probably 20 years ago. I don't know, but it's a Casio, and the sound quality isn't great. But it's adequate, but it's nothing like a Yamaha, obviously. And Pete's going to bring that up because it's a lot lighter to carry back and forth to church, and we don't have to take an amp and speakers and everything. So, anyway, we will go from there, and as soon as I can, I'll be ordering another keyboard. I will be back later. Bye. Hi guys, while I'm rendering yesterday's video, I will finish off today's. This afternoon, we just finished eating and Pete's sister called, so they were talking on the phone, and I thought, well, I'll just lay my head back in my chair and doze off for a few minutes till he gets off the phone. And it was about 4 hours later that I woke up. I just woke up at like 7:30, which means I'll be up all night, but that's okay. Casey's had a really rough time. Yesterday, Lyra's hands and feet started getting red and swelling, so she took her to the hospital. Now, Casey had started a new medication this week, and she had a really, really bad reaction from it, a very severe reaction. And so the doctors had said, well, maybe Lyra's having a reaction to it too from the breast milk, so stop nursing her for a couple days and let the medication get out of your system. Well, today this was day 4, and Casey was really sick today. Hadn't kept anything down for several days. She was severely dehydrated. She went to the ER, and it said she's lost 15 pounds since Tuesday. She was so badly dehydrated. What else does it say? They gave her IV fluid, antibiotics, anti-nausea, and something for the runs, and they discharged her. So she was good. She got home, and now Lyra's face was, she just called me like 2 minutes ago and said, Lyra's face is swelling and red. So she's taken her back to the ER now. When the face starts to swell, that's kind of bad, really bad stuff. I mean, the throat can start swelling, and I hope she doesn't have to go to Ann Arbor, but really Ann Arbor knows about Lyra's condition and all the things that can happen, because it affects blood vessels and all kinds of things, So in a way, I kind of hope they send her to Ann Arbor, but I don't want her to have to drive to Ann Arbor at 8:15 on a Sunday night. But I don't know. I think that may be best for Lyra, because people at most hospitals, it's such a rare disease, people at most hospitals have no clue whatsoever. While I was sleeping, Pete was a busy boy, weren't you, dear?
Mm-hmm.
He did all the dishes with the buckets of water we got from the church. He boiled it, did all the dishes, and then he put all the screens in, took out the windows, and put all the screens in, and took care of the dogs, took care of the birds, brought another keyboard, my old Casio WK-1200, brought that up from my former shop, and set it up here. I'll show it to you guys tomorrow or something. I bought that in 1998. Pretty elderly keyboard, and it was a newer model at that point. It was Casio's Arranger workstation at that point. But Casio, of course, isn't nearly as good a name as Yamaha, so. But I was traveling, and after my dad died, and I kind of went just a little nuts, just a little. And I bought a minivan, and I only had a dog and a cat at that time, and a little puppy, actually, a little puppy under 10 pounds. Yorkie Pomeranian mixed puppy, and Bruce, my cat, who was like a 14-pounder. But anyway, Casey was spending time with her dad, so I got in the truck, or got in the minivan, and just drove, and I spent 2 months on the road and just stopped whenever I wanted to stop and went whenever I wanted to went. And with my little dog and my cat, and went through 17 states. That was quite a trip. Anyway, I don't know why I got sidetracked about that. Do you know why I got sidetracked about that? What I was talking about? I don't know what I was talking about.
I have no clue what you're talking about now.
Oh yeah, I was on the road and I missed a piano, so I stopped at a Best Buy and bought that keyboard. That's what it was about. You guys, you see a ton of edits in my vlogs. It's because I do stuff like that. I go off on tangents. I'll leave this one in, but I go off on tangents all the time. All the time, and then have to chop it out. Usually at least 2/3 of my videos are on the cutting room floor by the time I'm done. Say his belly is about half the size of what it was. And until a few minutes ago, he's been having a much better day today again. So I think the meds are working. I think he's staring Pete down right now. He does that. He stares people down. Look at this. He was in that chair trying to get comfortable, and usually when he's staring Pete down like that, it's because he wants Pete to cover him up on that footstool. He lays on that footstool, and then Pete throws a blanket over him. So
I gotta go get you a blanket. Corey stole yours.
anyway, so crazy. I'll be up all night. At least I'll get caught up on vlogs because I didn't watch many yesterday and I didn't watch any today. So
Get your blanket.
right now, the dogs, I'm making, I've got some chicken boiling out there. And I'm not feeding them a barf diet, a bones in raw food diet. I'm not doing that, but not yet anyway. I may, but I don't know enough about it to do it. So for now, I'm cooking a big old hunk of chicken, boiling it till it boils off the bones, and then they're going to get some couscous. And I will sprout some more peas, and because sprouted food has tons of great nutrition and enzymes that no other food has, no dead food has. So I always sprout for my birds, and I'm going to sprout these peas for them too. So,
Here you go.
yep, there he is. Got him a blanket. He's happy now.
Now I go back to my computer.
Yep. Anyway, I can sprout some rice too. You can sprout rice for him too. I think I'll sprout rice tomorrow. All right, I'm going. I know I've been talking a lot. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you all had a great weekend. My weekend flew by. I don't know where it was. I slept through a lot of it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you all have a marvelous Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I will find out tonight in the wee hours. I will find out tonight how you guys did because I'll be watching vlogs. And I'll see you tomorrow. So take care, God bless, and good night.